first episode.
I'm Omar.
I'm Chuhei
It's OSTV,
coming at you.
episode 1. We in here. I'm Omar.
Chuhei.
You know, we're just gonna get into some topics. Topic of discussion.
The Black Panther, the review of the Black Panther.
How you feel about it?
Oh man, I'm amazed about it. I'm amazed about it. It's very, heartwarming for me, you know what I mean, to actually see that, you know, in this day and time, in this age that we live in, the society that we live in. What you think?
I think it was awesome. For the most part, got a lot of it. A lot of the research and the other things that we do, you know, as far as our ancestry and things like that. I've seen a lot of similarities, seen a lot of parallels, seen a lot of stuff that really hit the heart. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, even though
that was it was very, very enlightening.
even though it was fiction,
Right.
you know, but it has some similarities into, American society, the whole world society, the world culture, and, even the divide between the blacks and the Africans.
Right. The African Americans, and the Africans, right?
You know, reality,
Right.
like in the present, but futuristic at the same time, how
Right.
they mixed it all together.
Right. Scientific, what they call it? What was that word for it?
Afrofuturism.
Yes.
Afrofuturism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can dive into the intro of the movie. How you feel about the intro? Vibranium falling into Earth and
Yeah, you can go in depth with that.
right.
You could go in depth with that.
I seen that part was kind of like Anunnaki. To a lot of people who don't know who the Anunnaki is, it was they were the guys that came from heaven in the Bible, right? And they had like 17 tablets that was scattered across the earth, which is now in museums, and the government got a hold of it,
Yeah.
you know, quote unquote. And they came down here for gold. So the idea of this situation, which is some say it's false, some say it's true. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of things you can go into about why it was true. Because before they came here, we was just cavemen for the most part, and then they genetically engineered us to be humans so we can mine for the gold to save where they came from, right?
So that's like similar to the vibranium hitting the world?
Exactly, hitting the earth, and it's the most precious material in the world, right?
Yeah.
So that parallels in itself. And I was like, wow, I know that the director, he had that in mind when he was
Ryan
doing
Coogler.
this, Ryan Coogler, when he was
Ryan
doing
Coogler.
this particular movie. It was like, it was dope.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, director, Oakland native. You know, he did the first movie he did was Fruitvale. He just did the movie Black Panther.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's very knowledgeable about, about this film that he put out about African history. You know what I mean? And I guess he did his job.
Yeah.
He did his research. And he did his research. Yeah, I heard that he supposed to be getting a budget to do Creed 2, since
right.
the big conglomerate Black Panther. He just passed the Titanic.
Right.
So hey.
Oh, they got the big budget anyway, Disney.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They going crazy on the stock market right now, man. With that red triangle going up. Definitely.
You better get a share. You better get a share.
So you want to dive into the characters?
Yeah.
Killmonger is like the hero to some people, even though he was the villain, right?
Yeah.
Because he spoke to a lot of a lot of people in the community. He
spoke to the outcasts.
Right.
The people that feel like, that the what Tupac say, the have-nots.
Right.
That's what he was speaking up for.
Yeah. I think it was a dope character because he was saying things like bro and stuff like that really made him like super relatable to a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a dope thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How he was looking at the statue and she was like, "You getting that?" He was like, "I got vibranium." He was like, "Nah, I'm just feeling this."
He represented a lot of people, you know, that feel like they outcasts,
Right.
and you know, they want their reparations,
Right.
so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even the scarification that he had on, you know what I mean? They said that was the murders that he did, but
Right.
you know, just because Ryan Coogler, you know what I mean? You know, doing his research, you know what I mean? I guess, you know, Killmonger having them scarifications is really similar to some tribes out there in Africa that really, you know, wear those scarifications, and you know, it's practiced out there a lot. Different tribes, I think, especially in Ethiopia or West Africa, something like that.
The narrative about him being like, you know, the outcast, right? And then his brother, like, sitting on the throne. You think that's kind of like relatable to a lot of the, you know, relationships that go on inside, like, our neighborhood. Like when you got the step brother or the step sister, and then you got the brother or sister who's like, you know, there with their mother.
Nah, he the cousin because
Right.
the brother, you know what I'm saying, his uncle, you know what I'm saying, is was the king.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, and his uncle the one killed his daddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? When he was like, you know, you taking the vibranium, you know what I mean, you doing this, you doing that, and you know, he killed his brother. You know what I'm saying, and then take him back to Wakanda. You know what I'm saying, and you know, left him out there to feed for himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, that was a lot of anger and rage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up in this isolated island or whatever you're at, Wakanda.
Living it up,
living
right.
it up. Vibranium, you know what I mean? And
Right.
trying to protect it.
Oh, we out here suffering,
Yeah,
right?
we out here suffering. So yeah, he wanted to carry on what his father wanted to do. You know what I mean?
I think that was kind of like a metaphor for what's going on right now, as far as like, you know, people of color getting shot or whatever by the police, and it's just, you know, massive shootings and all this type of stuff, and you know, our peoples in Africa ain't saying nothing about it. It's like we out here getting shot, right? But you know, we come from the same lineage, right? So it's like, why y'all not saying nothing about it? Like, why are y'all not in outrage?
Right.
Like, it kind of parallels to that. That's how I kind of looked at it, like my point of view, my narrative, and I really like dug deep, you know what I mean, dive deep.
Right.
And it was like, wow.
Right.
Because, you know, just to go a little bit off the topic, like, just say for instance, if this was like some Asians, you know, just getting blasted, like, every other day. You think China is just gonna sit there and just watch that? It's gonna be a problem, right?
Exactly.
So that's just how I felt about that little situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's
like,
just that's what's so amazing about the movie. It got reality parts that's going on, you know, in this fictional movie, and that's why I love the movie. I've seen it twice.
Right.
You know, Killmonger represented a lot of the outcasts, like I said before. You know, he wanted vengeance, he wanted reparations. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to carry out his father's
I feel
work.
like he was owed something.
Yeah.
Like he came in, killed my father, and just left me.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
said, and after me is no more.
burning everything. All of this is gone.
Yes, absolutely. Facts. I'm just ecstatic about the movie. Killmonger did his thing. T'Challa did his thing.
Right,
He was more like an Obama. You know what I'm saying?
Let's move along to him. Let's move
You know,
along.
let's be more diplomatic.
Right.
You know what I mean? As
I'm
far as
Killmonger forever.
you know what I mean? As far as you know what I'm saying, using your anger and everything,
Right.
just be more diplomatic
Right.
about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And smart and strategic, so to
Right.
speak. You know, let's talk about T'Challa. You know what I mean? The Black Panther.
Right.
You know how he became Black Panther.
Right.
You know, his father got killed.
Right.
I never watched the movie that was previous to that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? For Black Panther to come out. You know, but the you know, the rise of T'Challa. You know, it was more African traditional. You know what I'm saying? As far as fighting. Whoever, I guess, fight to the death to get that position to be king.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to do it.
Right.
Except I think the dude named M'Baku. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. You know what I mean? And they fought for the death, get the crown. And yeah, that was very enlightening. You know what I mean? To watch that. You know, all the tribes there, him winning the crown. And, you know, going, doing a ritual, you know what I'm saying, to go talk to the ancestors, that was amazing too. You know, a lot of people be forgetting everything, you know, as far as how we came here, you know. People that came before us, we always got to honor them, you know what I'm saying, because they came before us. It wouldn't be us if it wasn't for them to pay the way. You got to highlight the ancestors, so that's why I let them move.
Chilla, he was like you said, he was more diplomatic, but my whole thing was like, I like when, for the most part, he was upset at his dad, because he was more like, you know, why haven't we been helping out, you know,
other people, yeah,
our people? So, you know, when he went back to visit the ancestors, he had that talk,
with his
intense
dad.
Talk.
Yeah.
And when he came back, to Oakland.
No.
Right?
He came back. Not when he first. The second time he went back.
The second time.
Yeah.
He was more disappointed, and you know he wanted questions, but he didn't get all the questions he wanted. But for the most part, he know that he had to give back in some type of way. It wasn't going to be aggressive like Killmonger, but he was like, I just can't let my people just sit out here and suffer while we, you know, we in Wakanda, you know, eating grapes and all that type of stuff.
Living it up, right. Just
royalty.
Isolated from everybody and just protecting this.
So I like when they went back to Oakland. I think this is like more at the end of the movie.
Yeah. But before we go there, it's like, you know, it was. I mean, whoever written, you know, the script for Killmonger, you know, he had to die. You know what I'm saying? They had to kill him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, he wasn't gonna survive this. You know what I mean? He wasn't gonna be no next
deviant, right? He was like,
it might be the ghost of Killmonger.
He was never gonna get over that. Right?
There
was no getting over that. He was just like,
they had to kill him off. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm pretty sure they would have came to an understanding, because it's just amazing to me that, you know, the whole movie was just like this reality bites of everything that's going on in the world, and I couldn't really believe it. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, some of the warrior women, you know what I'm saying, the army women, you know what I mean, that was, you know, protecting T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? They really got warrior women that's out there in Africa, you know what I mean, that run like an army. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's in West Africa. Not sure, y'all could elaborate, give me the information. I'm not sure. Just going off the head right now. But I'm sure it's like an army corps, you know what I mean, of women back in the days, you know what I'm saying, that walked around, the protectors, you know what I'm saying, whatever they was protecting, you know what I mean. But as far as the army women that was in Black Panther protecting T'Challa, and the fight scenes, and you know, the fierceness, and you know, take no bullshit, excuse me, you know, take no bull, and you know, it was just no nonsense. And I liked the fight scenes, I liked the graphics, I liked the bald heads, you know, dark skin. I loved it all. I mean, they showed who they was. They looked beautiful doing it.
All right, just the overall body of work of the movie. Besides all the, you know, the stuff that's just impossible, right? Could you, would this really be level science fiction to you? Or just, you know, something they're putting into scientific to hide the real facts of the situation? You know that's what they do, right?
Yeah, they
hide everything into science fiction.
Yeah, they say it's fiction.
Right.
Yeah, but in order for the little white dude that saved Wakanda,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had to make him save the Wakanda, because it wouldn't be no Black Panther if they can't have no white superhero.
Facts. Or somebody in there, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's always the narrative.
They had to have that in there. You know what I mean?
Everything.
In order that to get released.
Q&As, you know.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Right. That's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
You know, just to let y'all know.
Right. So the movie, you know, I'm gonna see it again. It's still out in theaters, right? It's surpassing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, breaking a lot of records.
How many? You know, what was the total overall?
I know it was over $1 billion.
I know it's still like number one, right? It's still
I'm not
number one in
sure.
the
I'm
box
not
office?
sure. But I know they was the number one. I guess the first ever comic movie to gross that much money.
Right. Right.
And then I just heard it just passed Titanic.
You know what I thought was real funny though, right? Is, you know, when this come out, this is like post Wakanda, right? Everybody on that black pride, black power, brown power, you know, yellow power, all the powers that be, that they put out. They about to put out Shaft or something like that. Shaft, and then they supposed to be putting out Superfly. And I'm like, why right after, you know, we put out something that's, you know, that's big enough and uplifting and a good life, they go right to Superfly on us.
It's just, I mean, you know, it was
Crazy.
our history. You know, everybody wearing dashikis. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, wearing their unks. You know, feeling that pride. You know what I mean? They gonna switch the narrative. They can't just let that build up. Nah, they gotta switch the narrative to. And I didn't even know they was coming out with the remakes of those movies.
Yeah, they coming out with the remakes. I was just looking at that and I was just like, are you like serious?
Wow.
You know what I mean? It was kind of like disheartening, you know what I mean? But at the same time, this is the program, right? It's the system, right?
If you control, if you let the, you know what I'm saying, the TV control you, you know what I mean? You gotta control it. So my thing is, you know, since you watched the Wakanda Black Panther, man, get some history books and learn who you are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. Keep it, you know what I'm saying, 100. Know thyself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know thyself. So if you did see Black Panther, and if you didn't see it, go get some history books about yourself.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Know thyself. And then you won't be going to see no, with the remakes of the movie, Shaft, and Superfly, the Mac.
Yeah. That's about it. Don't want to take too much of your time up.
It's our first episode, and you know, just coming to the universe, man, just putting it out there, you know, living like peace. Chu Heru. OSTV, OSTV meaning, you know, Oaks TV. OC meaning, you know, it could be OC, you see that person over there, OC, you see the shirt he got on, OC, you see the Jordans, you know what I mean? OC TV, you know what I mean? Coming to you, yeah.